everyone, welcome to another episode of the EasyCruit Coffee Club. My name is Lex Heldens and I'm the Product Marketing Manager for Visma EasyCruit, and today we are in the Netherlands in the beautiful town of Amersfoort in our office there, and I have two guests with me today. So first of all, joining us from Ängelholm in Sweden is my colleague Christer.
Yeah, hello everybody. My name is Christer and I'm the Competence Manager for Visma EasyCruit. And as Lex told you, I am calling in from the beautiful town of Ängelholm down in the south part of Sweden.
Good, thanks Christer. And with me here in the room is Roel Jongman.
Hi, my name is Roel. I'm helping Visma clients with their reporting wishes, and that's what I'm going to present some on today.
Yes, so Roel will play an important part in our Coffee Club episode of today, because today we're going to talk about reporting and especially the data extracts report that we have in EasyCruit. So what we try to do in these Coffee Club episodes is to highlight functionalities that not all clients are aware of or functionalities that are not frequently used. And we thought that for this episode, the data extracts functionality might be something to talk about, because there's so much that we can do with it. Just to give you a little bit of background information, in EasyCruit, of course, you know we have some standard reports available, but we've also added a data extract functionality, which basically allows you to download anything that you have stored in EasyCruit, so candidate data or vacancy data, extract it into an Excel format, and then process that raw data into some nice reporting. Might be good, Christer, if you just show everyone how to actually work with the reports in EasyCruit.
So what I will do now is to log in to our demo account in Visma EasyCruit, and I will show you where to find the reports section in the system. So I simply log in with my login details here, and then I'm transported to the start page in Visma EasyCruit. So to be able to find the report section, I click on reports here from the start page. And as you can see here in the top of the page, we have different kind of tabs. So the first tab I will see is called source report. So on this report, I can, for example, see how many vacancies have I posted or the company posted to my company homepage, my Facebook page, or to a Norwegian posting channel called fin.no. So here, for example, I can see that I have posted 25 vacancies. I have received 6 applications from that posting channel. As you can also see on this page, I am able to drill down in the department structure. So here I am able to select to drill down to a specific department that I wish to show statistics for. I am also able to change the time. So for example, I can go back and see how many vacancies have we posted since the beginning of January until today. But if I go to data extract, then I will be presented with these different, how should I say, tiles or boxes. For example, application extract, posting extract, and so on. So if I wish to extract all my applications, then I go to this button here called application extract. So I simply click here, and then I can drill down in my department structure if I so wish. So I can, for example, say, give me all the data for the department demo Italy, for example. Or I can, as in this example, I can say it's fine to go with the complete company. So then I choose all departments. Then, as I showed you on the source report, I am also able to go back in time. So I can say, show me data for from the 1st of January this year. And then all I have to do is to click on the button here, click here to generate XLSX report. And then the file will start download, and I can save it on my desktop, for example.
So this is the result of the download that Christer just did. And what you can see, there's a lot of information about all the candidates. And in this form, you can either filter it but it looks a bit rough and a bit difficult to read. So a very nice functionality that is available in Excel is called the pivot tables. And you can easily select, it will automatically select the range of data. You press OK, you get a nice setup for the report and a list of all the fields you can use. So if you want to see how many candidates are on a vacancy, you simply select vacancy title. You need to count the number of candidates, for which I often use the candidate ID. You change that to count, and then it will simply show you all your vacancies and the number of candidates they have available. Let me zoom in a bit. Reading from screen is always a bit difficult on video. So this is all your vacancies, and if you would like to filter by department, then you just drag your department to the filter section, and you can say, well, let me see only vacancies for finance or for sales and marketing. So this is very basic. You can do quick overviews of the data you download. You can select certain periods, the last 3 months, this running month, whatever you want. You can do that when you download, and then just, look at your data in a different way. What people like to see is how many interviews did we do in the last month, stuff like that. Very basic, so you can use the pivot table to quickly build to your need. What we also experienced is that some customers want some more structured reporting, which you can repeat monthly. So what we did is build a dashboard. And what you can do there is simply import 2 of the data extracts, the applications, and the second one is the vacancies, because adding the vacancies will give you the advantage that you can also see if the vacancy is still online or is it offline, or if it is closed. And the other good part is that the vacancy extract holds information on the vacancy owner. So what I do at this point is I assume you have downloaded your data extracts you need. You know at which folder they are, and you click here to select that folder. Yeah. So it will not show files, only the directory. But as soon as you select a directory, it will show you the most recent applications and vacancy file it can find. So, and for reference, this is the save date and the age, so you know if you just downloaded it, it should be of today. But you don't have to pick the files individually. As soon as you pick the directory where you stored them, the vacancy, the files that are available, and then there's a simple import button that will import the data so we can go to the dashboards.
So this is normally, this is a manual action that you have to do because we don't have an automated integration. So you would go to the data extract, specify your report, download it, and then you would have to upload it into this Excel file.
Yeah. And when you completed the import, it will just show you a short record of, it gives you all applications between August 2nd and September 1st in this case. So that should be close to what the data range you selected. And it shows how many vacancies it has in that file and how many applications, and in the data extract for vacancies, how many vacancies are there. And for reference also how many applications can be tied to those vacancies. So after that import, you can switch to the actual dashboards we have created. So this is the first dashboards that will show you some statistics on all completed vacancies, so that have the EasyCruit status of closed. And what it will show is simply the number of vacancies that are successful, so that have a hire. And well, unfortunately, sometimes you close a vacancy without a hire, so we made a counter for that too, and it's also visually presented quickly to have a insight at first glance. And then here it shows of those closed vacancies, how many applicants you had, how many people you hired on those, if you put any people to the talent pool, and how many were rejected. And also created a graph for you to show some statistics on how many effort you have to put in a hire. So for each hire, you had almost 8 applicants. For each panel review, you had just over 6 candidates. And for each hire, you had to interview almost 4 candidates on average. And luckily, almost everybody who got an offer also accepted it. That should be as close to 1-to-1 as you want, as you like to. So this is a pass-through graph that will show you the total applicants, how many went to screening. So that is on historical data for all those closed vacancies. 31 total candidates, 25 were suitable for panel review. So, and the things that drop off is like incomplete applications, or people not meeting one of the knockout criteria, so are not even considered by the hiring manager. So that gives a rate of 80% was okay for sending through to the hiring manager. Then you get to the 60% that are invited for an interview, of which 1/3 get an offer, which, 5 offers on 6 is okay. And here again, showing how many people you hired, and it should jump back up because the offers you make, you like people to accept. So this is just a very basic overview, but it gives you an insight into how successful you were in hiring for the period you selected.
Yeah, it's really nice, Will, because like you said, it gives a really good overview, especially that one with the new candidates and the first screening steps. It's always interesting to see how many people do not match that, and it gives some really good insights. Really nice. And this report, this dashboard that you see is just an example dashboard that Will put together for us. So, of course, if you as a client would like to have some different metrics or different data, that's something that can be adjusted. But I think for a standard dashboard, this is really nice to have an insight.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we also have, beside the completed vacancies, we have some work in progress, hopefully. So that's the other dashboard. And let me start at this part. It just gives you an overview of how where you are. Currently, there are 11 vacancies online. We have received 16 applications on them. Probably a lot of new vacancies that did not have a candidate yet. But you can also see that some work is done while vacancies are still online, which, that shows that the business is running. Some rejected, some people are forwarded to the managers for screening, for the panel review, or for evaluation. Some are even invited for an interview, and offer and hire should be, when vacancies are on, they will often be 0. But the other part is, probably the biggest workload in a normal company business or in normal operation. The number of vacancies online, offline, how many applications you received on them, and then where you are in the process. And so you start to see, well, where you are, and this graph will help you understand the average days in status. So it's a bit long, but that's because of it's demo data. It ages quickly, and I can't make new demo files every week. So this normally you will get closer to people in new statuses 3 to 5 days normally, and screening. Well, you get the picture. It's just showing you. It's a bit of a health check if the process is running.
Yeah, but this is really nice to have this in place so you can visually see what statuses will take very long.
If one bar shoots to 35 days,
Exactly.
then probably somebody fell ill. So the second part of this dashboard is really what can help you to understand what's going on. It will show in the basic settings. Let me reduce a bit. This is the basic overview where you start, where you can see the department name, all the vacancies that are either offline or online. We hidden the closed ones because that's not the important stuff to look into at this time. And it will give you in some columns where the candidates are. Now, if you want to see in more detail, because we grouped the response mail statuses, the recruitment activities, we group them so you only have like 6 or 7 columns instead of the total of like 26 statuses that are available. But if you want to see them all, you simply click here, show all status, and it will show you for the screening if a candidate has been evaluated, if they are in panel review, or if you have forwarded which interviews have been planned for which candidate, for which vacancies. Now, possibly when you go into more, you want to go into more detail and see certain vacancies. You want to see the candidates also for all the finance vacancies. So first you can filter to only see finance to get a bit of a more focused view, but you want to see the candidates. And then you can see per candidate where they are. And because if they are later in the process, you might need to scroll a lot. So you want to have the candidate names or the status next to the candidate names. And then you will have a short, quite a clear view of where Anna Natura is. Well, she was rejected, but Simone Caretaker was interesting enough to send to a hiring manager or to a colleague recruiter for if it's suitable candidate.
Now, this is really nice because it really depends on who is using the dashboard. So a recruiter might want to drill down to the very specific status, whereas the HR manager, for instance, may just want to have a general overview of but there's a lot of possibilities.
It's easy to click and close and also for to switch between showing one department or showing the vacancy owner or recruiter. So it's very easy to zoom into the part you want to see. And there's also here the slicer where you can see, well, show me only the interviews, which is then probably good to show statuses. But it's easy to adjust to your needs.
And also, Roel, I think this looks really nice, but also, so if you do a download from Visma EasyCruit today, and then let's say that, we are close to the end of November now, so I wish to do the same, how should I say, dashboard or status dashboard as you have shown right now, but I wish to do it in December, for example. Is it the same thing again that you download from EasyCruit and then you simply just upload the files to Excel as you showed in the beginning?
Yeah, it's just the whole advantage of this template is that you can download data from EasyCruit as often as you want, and simply with the import screen, import the files, do a simple refresh, or that's done for you, and then the dashboard is updated. And well, maybe you want to say yourself it's for November.
Yeah.
You know, you can play around, you can make it your own on what you want to do, or maybe you just make a screenshot and put that in your management reporting or in the email, whatever you like.
Yeah, so in other words, this dashboard that you have created, this is just not one thing that you can use once. You can reuse the dashboard and just import new data to the dashboard, and it will be automatically updated all the time, depending on the data that you upload. Perfect.
And this dashboard is very static. It's just one view, and one view fits all, I'd like to say. And this dashboard, what you can do is, well, the first time you just play around with it, but at some point you're just like, well, the online ones I don't really care about. I only use offline ones, and I'm only interested in the people that are being interviewed. That's the part that I'm responsible for. You can save it then in this view, and it will stay that way. And when you import, it just reloads and just updates to the latest status. So you don't have to set everything. If you're only one view, you can save it like this. So and it's still a normal Excel sheet. So if you want to have two views, you can also copy this sheet and then save the second view in a separate file. So you have like 2 or 3 things you can keep for your monthly management report.
Just something that came to mind, Christer, perhaps you can answer that question. What type of users or which users can download these data extracts from EasyCruit? Is that everybody or?
No, so users that have a so-called client administrator access to EasyCruit can download what I showed you in the beginning. So the tab data extract, and then click on the different tiles or boxes or whatever you call it. Those are client administrators that can do that.
Okay, very good. Yeah, so not every user is allowed to do the data extracts. However, you can make this dashboard available to whoever you'd like it, and then the admin would refresh it once a week or every day, or that's up to the client to decide. Now, Roel, we made this dashboard. It's a standard dashboard just as an example, but it does give very valuable information. Now, let's say a customer is interested in having their own dashboards created, which is, of course, possible. How would you go about that? What is your implementation method, so to say? What should a customer expect?
Mm-hmm. Well, since I have a basic dashboard to start from now, is that all I need to do is have a short interview on what specific things you need. For example, if you have a lot of different channels, then you can also add the posting data extract, which holds all your channel details, and then we can also report on that. And so the basic intake process is I ask a couple of questions. I ask for a couple of download files, and then based on that, I can build additional dashboards. And in general, I say for each new dashboard, I will need half a day. And for the basic setup of the database, of expanding the database, it's between 1 and 2 days. So it is fairly easy for in a 1 day, 1.5 days, I could add one dashboard, one new dashboard with customer specific wishes. Because what we of course cannot show easily here is that some customers will have their own response mails, and they are now automatically grouped under the group custom status, but what I can make specifically, if you have on the screening phase have your own status, we can group that so it's shown here in this group and not just at the end somewhere.
All right, yeah, so then it will definitely display the client-specific
Yeah,
process.
you can. We can then tailor the recruitment phases to your company's process.
Yeah, that's really good to know. So there, in a nutshell, there are a lot of possibilities with these reports.
Yes.
Very good, very good. Hopefully, with this Coffee Club episode, we've given you some insight in what is all possible with these data extracts. So as you can see, there's a lot of things possible, and Hul is our expert that can help you with that. So if you're interested to look a little bit more into these dashboards, just please contact your CSM who can start up the discussion and see if Hul can be involved in the reporting needs. We'll make sure that this example dashboard will be made available to you so you can just play with it and try with it yourself and see the really nice possibilities the data extract has to offer. Because you might think it's just raw data, what am I going to do with it? But this raw data holds the big key to a lot of possibilities.
It can save you a lot of time in reporting.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you so much for joining us in the Coffee Club episode today. And just stay tuned because pretty soon we'll have another episode for you available. So thank you for joining. Thank you for watching. And until next time, have a good one. Bye.
Have a good one. Bye.